Hello, my name is Nafisa. This is my part second for advanced software engineering. This is my assignment which I have created in Visual Studio. All of my code is in the command parser class, which helps to pass commands related to drawings and graphics. It initializes properties such as code text box display area, which are used to display and execute the drawing commands. In this video, I will show how I have created a window form with an area for receiving program commands and an area for graphical program output. I will open form.cs. The code for my window form is here. Here are some event handlers like run button, send text button, save button, load button. Program.cs is the entry point for application. It contains main method, which is the starting point for program execution. It initializes application configuration, and after that it runs the application. Here I will describe check if condition. It takes string condition as input and checks if it contains comparison operator such as greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to. It separates the condition into three parts. Here, left operand, comparison operator, and right operand, and then performs a comparison based on operator. If the condition does not contain any of these comparison operators, it checks if the condition is a valid variable name and returns true if the variable exists and its value is not equal to 0. Here is the constructor named command parser. It sets up a bitmap to draw on, creates a graphics object from the bitmap, and initializes the current pen and position. Execute method processes each line of input program. It handles various commands like moving to a specific position, drawing shapes, setting colors, and more. It supports conditional statements like if and if, and method definitions. Below is the execute command method, which processes instructions given in a text format. After that, I will open the form. Here I have mentioned all the basic details of myself. I have pasted here the link of my GitHub repository. Number of comments are 8. Now I will explain the first question, how loop commands work in my code. When the loop command is encountered, the code checks if the parser is already inside a loop. If it's not inside the loop, it sets a flag to indicate that it's now inside a loop and clears a block of code. If it's already inside a loop, it throws an exception indicating that nested loops are not supported. Automatically, repeat loop block method is called. Here, this one. Inside this method, it iterates over the lines of code in a loop and executes each line of code within the loop block once. I will run my program and show how loop command works. I will enter the syntax for that: rectangle and loop. I will run it. It checks the command rectangle. If it matches in the dictionary, it's displayed. If it's not matched, it will throw an exception. Unit tests for simple loop and comments are in my code. Unit tests are uploaded on my unit tests are uploaded on my GitHub repository. These are the unit tests for loops. After that, I will show how variables can be declared and used in my code. Going to the execute program. Here, here variables are. I will show by running the command syntax for variable. Set x, say 10, if x greater than 3, enter circle 60. if if the it checks the if the variable is in the dictionary, it executes the command. If it's not, it will throw an exception. This is how variables are declared. Unit tests for defining variable are here. These are the unit tests for defining variables. After that, I will show how expression can be used in my code. Here is a code for expression. This is the code for expression. Set x 10, enter syntax for that. Count x rectangle, 40, 80. Sorry. If the input is an expression such as x multiplied to 10, it performs specific arithmetic operation and returns the result as floating point number here. Unit test for variable with an expression are also on my GitHub repository. These are the unit tests for that. Yes, loops are working with variables. I will show, I will run my code. Rectangle, 40, 80, and loop. Loops are working with variables also. Here is a code for that. Here, now I will open the form again. Now I will show how if statement works for one line. Running my program, I will write down the syntax. At x10, if x is greater than 3, circle 50, and if. This is how if works, if statement works. It checks the condition. If the condition is true, circle is displayed. After that, if with code blocks of multiple lines that end with end if. Yes, this also works in my code. Code for if is here. After running my code, I will show how multiple line of code inside event block works. Set x 10, enter. If x greater than 3, enter. Rectangle 20, 80, enter. Circle 50, triangle 30, 50, 10, and this is how it's working for multiple lines. Unit test is for if or also here. If and if. Syntax checking, I will show how it works. If I will type the wrong command, it will throw an message invalid command. Is the syntax for that. This method is called and exception is thrown. I will show. If I will type the wrong, if I will type the wrong command, say rec, it will throw an exception. Unknown command. Okay. Now I will open the form again. Yes. If I will delete this semicolon here, it will show an error. This is a syntax error. It will show the line number on which it is occurred. It will show us the line number on which the current syntax error is in. XML. These are the unit tests for syntax checking, which I have uploaded on my GitHub repository. Methods can be defined and called. Must be methods. I will show how methods are working in my code. It checks if the method is already in the progress. If not, it begins a new method by storing the method name and setting a flag to indicate that it's inside a method. It takes method name as a parameter. If if the method exists, it retrieves the method body and then executes using the execute command method. If it does not, it throws an exception. I will show how method command works. Methods say draw house, enter, triangle with six coordinates. 30, 30, 40. This is how method is called and is displayed. Method is executing successfully. Okay. Methods with multiple parameters. I've showed that by drawing shapes. Size where methods with multiple parameters demonstrate this by drawing something made up of several shapes where size can be passed as a parameter. Show it in your code. Yes, I will show how methods with multiple parameters are executed in my command. I am running my code again and I will show how method with multiple parameters are working. Name of the method. How method with multiple parameters are working. This is how method with multiple parameters are working. After that, I will show unit tests for methods are here. These are the unit tests for methods. Provide two independent program windows, for each of which have separate program. Both program window are both programs window output on the same display. Yes, I will show. If I am running two programs like loop, rectangle, and loop, and after that I am typing another syntax for another program, say move to, they are displayed on the same output window here. After that, program uses threads to ensure proper resource sharing. Going back to my code, here I will show in the form CS. I, dec- I have declared here two different threads for each program to run on each thread to ensure that we share the resources properly. And then in our command parser, we make sure that our code is thread safe by declaring here log graphics log object. Here is my graphics log object here, and in the here the graphics log statement at the beginning is used for this, for ensuring that only one thread can execute the code inside the block at a time, which is important for multi-threading and ensuring data integrity. Here, after that, show two programs that move the pen independently, that do not interfere with each other. Yes, I will show this. This should be done by having one program draw multiple shapes at the top left using multiple motors. I will show this. Running my program, I will type the syntax for this here. Rectangle 2050 moto T50, and after that circle 30. After that moto 60 60. After that triangle triangle 20 10 30 50 40 to 300 300, say rectangle 50, 70, move to 400, 400, after that circle 60, after that move to C, after that triangle 40, 30, 20, 10, 60, 0. I will run the two programs. Two programs are running successfully with multiple more two commands here. After that, I will show how unit test is for unit test is for multiple programs. Unit tests for multiple programs are also here on my factory design pattern. I have implemented factory design. I am using the command parser class here where I have declared all the methods, declared some objects without the exact classes. This is my factory design of the code. After that, I will unit test is no. I have included four additional functionalities in my code like line width, text, save, load. Now I will show the first functionality, line width. Here the line width. I will run my code and show how line width method gets called. I will type the line width 3. This is the syntax for line width. Motor 300, 100, and after that I will draw. Sorry, I will draw 2, 20. This is how line width command works. After that, I will show how text command gets called. Here, these are the methods for text. Draw text gets called, and the text is displayed on my display area. I will type text hello. Hello is displayed on my area. Now I will show how this I have defined. Text I have also defined. Now I will show how I will load, how load command works. Moving back to my code. This was the for my this is syntax for load program. Here is the code for that as well. This one load drawing. This code defines the load drawing, which takes the file name as input. Inside the method, it tries to load an image from the file specified by the file name using the form. This one using the form file method of the image class. If the image is successfully loaded, a new bitmap is created to draw on the bitmap. Finally, the current drawing on the display area is set to the loaded image. However, if an exception occurs, the loading process, such as file not being found or being in an unsupported format, I will show how load drawing method gets called. It takes the parameter as file name. I will show how. I will The syntax for this load command is load. I will copy the say for example I will load this image. I need to copy the location and I will after that name of the file and the format. It will load the image here on display area. After that I will show how save command is working. Save drawing. Save drawing. It takes a file name as input and saves the drawing as PNG image with the provided file name. If an error occurs during the saving process, it shows an error message box. These methods get called whenever we type the command. I will show how save is working. I will save the same image on the desktop. Sorry, Srinagar. Dot. It will save the image. It will save the image as PNG format here. I haven't used any AI. Have submitted this form. Thank you.